What's up guys, Nukin here, and I'm back with a quick Galaxy Heroes video. Today we're going to be playing the Galactic Bounties 2 event. So this is Galactic Bounties, and this is going to be facing off against Enfys Nest on the Deadly tier. I actually recorded all of this footage the last time around, and since then my bounty hunters have grown a little bit in strength, so that's nice. Now we have a few tiers here. We have easy, moderate, tough, and deadly. You do get some nice rewards. Kira, Thesis, and Holdo are all great characters. Fulcrum Ahsoka, kind of a lackluster character right now on the tough tier, and Enfys Nest, a very strong character. Kind of surprised that Fulcrum is in the mix, but there she is. Enfys Nest is an amazing character. The deadly tier is very difficult. We're going to be focusing on the final deadly tier in this video. I'm going to showcase some strategies on how to beat it. There are a few different leaderships. You can run Bosk lead, Boba Fett lead, Embo lead, Aura lead, probably Jango lead as well. There are a lot of different options. I'm going to showcase a few of these options and then also showcase a bare minimum attempt as well. So hopefully you guys all enjoy the video, and let's get started. So let's jump right into some gameplay. We're going to skip to the final encounter, and this is our Bosk leadership. And we just lost our Greedo, which is unfortunate because this team really needed some extra stun. The goal plan with this team was Bosk lead usually, and will protect your bounty hunters because you can actually be more durable. You can recover some protection and health, etc. when you're landing debuffs, and hopefully have all of your characters survive, or most of them, when you're taking out Nest. Now I did have a backup plan here with some Embo and Boba Fett as well in the mix. Now if you can't stun lock Enfys Nest, you're gonna have to do some big damage right after she takes a turn, because whenever you attack her, she's going to be gaining that purple bonus protection, but right after she takes a turn, you can do a big special with Embo or Boba Fett and knock out a chunk of her HP. In PvP, Nest will be recovering up to full HP, but she doesn't in this event. As you can see, every time she's attacking, she's not having any sort of health steal, so this strategy actually is going to be an effective one in the event, not so much in the arena. Now here is Aura Singh. Aura Singh, in my opinion, is probably the best bounty hunter leader for this event, which is very nice. She has a stun on her basic and a big damage dealing special, so you can take out Boba Fett from the mix. You can still use Embo, and I have a Greedo here. Now Greedo managed to survive the initial onslaught this time, which is nice. So we have an extra stun lock here, is to keep Enfys Nest stun lock, do big damage dealing specials right after she takes a turn. And also the nice thing about Embo, which I forgot to add, is that he has an ability that can do damage straight to the HP of Enfys Nest when she has the purple protection as well. So that's the nice thing about Embo. Now we're going to switch to the bare minimum squad. So this is my team right now, currently present day, and I am going to be running an Aura Singh leadership with just a Gear 9 4-star Aura Singh. I have a Gear 9 Dengar, a Gear 10 Cad Bane, a Gear 9 Greedo, and a Gear 12 Bosk. So a bunch of Gear 8s and Gear 9s. Now this is around the bare minimum that you're going to need to be able to complete the deadly tier of this event. I was not able to, at the time of this voiceover, to win, but I'm going to showcase and show you that it is possible, because we had a little bit of bad RNG and got very close. So if I were to take another few hours, I'm pretty sure that I can knock out a win. But for the sake of time, I want to show you guys before this event runs out, so you have time to knock it out. So here is the gameplay of this run. So we're going to be going through all of the waves. This is the very first wave, and I would say that the first two waves are medium difficulty, maybe even still easy. The third wave, the second to last wave before Nest, is the easiest wave, and then Nest is definitely the hardest wave, the final encounter. So like all bounty hunter leadership teams, you're going to have to try to complete the contract, specifically what is asked for from from the leader. Now, we were able to complete the contract in the very first wave here, and if it takes up until the second wave, don't worry about it, that's okay. Now for Aura Singh, I have her at a low gear level, and some of these characters are also low gear, so sometimes you can actually lose a character in one of your attempts. If you lose a character, you have to retreat. You need 5 characters to take out Ness in the final tier. Another cool thing about running this leadership, it is very auto friendly. So if you're pressed for time, even with this low gear team, you can auto to the final encounter very quickly and have everyone survive. Sometimes someone dies on auto, but since you are trying to auto and save some time, you can just retreat out and auto right back in a jiffy. So in this run, I did play it on manual. I just wanted to showcase kind of how you would go about doing the manual play, and it'd be a little bit more interactive, I thought, if I was playing it. The trick here in the first few waves is to land Tenacity down. You can land Tenacity down with Dengar, and then once you have Tenacity down, you can stun lock those characters and mitigate the damage output from the enemy side, because they're obviously stunned, and when they take a turn, they're not going to be doing any sort of damage. And so you can really sort of take out some of these characters very methodically and go into the final encounter with relatively full health and protection. Now here's the third wave. It's much easier than the first 2 waves, and I just kind of do a bunch of basic attacks for the most part, so I can start off the final encounter with all of my specials, the important ones that is, intact. So I'm not using Greedo's second special. I'm actually not even going to be using any of Boss abilities. I'm not going to be doing any specials with Cad Bane and Dengar. I want to make sure that I have at least his second special ready to go for the final encounter. So here is the final encounter with Enfys Ness, and I start off with a stun, so very good. Now, if you miss that crucial initial stun against Ness, she's going to counterattack, and since we're running bare minimum sort of gear 8, gear 9 characters for the most part, except for Bosk, who's very tanky at gear 12, you're not going to be able to either survive that hit, you're going to just get one shot altogether, or you're going to get your hero into the yellow or red in the brink of death, and you may want to just restart if you don't get a solid start against Enfys Ness. You need all of the things going for you correctly in the right way. Something that's nice as well is to have the Omega on Aura Singh, which allows her to go into stealth when she uses a special and gain full turn meter, because that's going to be nice. If her basic doesn't land that stun, there is a 70% chance for the stun not to even proc or go through the roll of the potency tenacity check, because there is a 30% chance that she will not stun on her basic. It's at least nice that she's in stealth, because Ness will not counterattack stealth units, so that's cool. Same thing with Dengar. Same thing goes with Dengar. When Dengar's in stealth and he does an attack against Ness, she will not counterattack as well. So the crucial strategy here is to just keep Enfys Ness stunned. RNG is going to be a cruel mistress, and so if you miss some stuns, especially some very clutch important ones, you're most likely going to fail the match. So that's where RNG comes in. But you can see here that I am only using my stuns when I need to restun Enfys Ness. Otherwise, I'm doing basic attacks. Here we're forced to do a basic attack, and watch, Enfys Ness just completely obliterates my gear 12 Bosk. So now that Bosk has been taken out, our bounty hunters are going to be very vulnerable, because he was my strongest hero, he was my tank, and if RNG fails us with any stun locks, then the battle is going to be a loss. So here I'm going to showcase more of the strategy. We need to stun Nest with the Dengar, but the turn meter is below 50%, so we have to do a basic. Here Greedo needs to do a special, because a basic will trigger a counterattack. We need to stun Ness, so basic from Aura Singh. We lose our Greedo, not good. We need to stun her now with Cad Bane. she resists the stun, counterattacks, we lose Cad Bane, and yep, that's not the RNG that we were looking for. So I'm gonna fast forward to this nice little screenshot that I snapped right before I got obliterated, but you can see here that with just some Gear 9 characters, we were able to almost take out Impus Nest. She's in the red, and with just maybe if Boss kind of survived one extra hit, or we landed an extra stun with Cad Bane and it didn't get resisted, etc., we probably would have been able to finish the job here. So I think this is going to be the nice strategy to implement for all you free-to-play players that don't really have Gear 11, Gear 12 bounty hunters. And if you're going to go for the Chewy event, you might as well gear up your bounty hunters. I believe that event is going to be kind of on the hard side as well, so the next time around when Galactic Bounties comes around, you won't have to have the torture of repeating this for a few hours to try to get a few extra nest shards. Hopefully this video was helpful to you guys. Let me know how you did in the comments below, and good luck trying to get some extra juicy Impus Nest shards. Cheers, guys.
The Force will be with you.